What's going on, guys? My name is Liam, or Liam here, and we are back today. It is 7:50 in the morning, and we are going to be recording the finally, more than long overdue, because I've had these parts for almost a week now, the PC build. So, I'm gonna go ahead, go to the dining room. This is the morning after I took my old PC apart, by the way. The video of that should have been up already. So, yeah, we're gonna go put the PC together. I've got about 3 hours before I have to go to work, but when I get back from work, I can still work on it as well. So I'm gonna see how much I can get done in 3 hours. I'm hoping I can get at least it powered on in 3 hours. So yeah, I'm gonna go set you guys up in the other room and build the PC. We've got all the old parts just laying around right here. Time to set y'all up on the tripod and get the other PC parts out of my room and get to work on this thing. Okay, if you guys want a case size comparison, this one is a few inches bigger, much longer, and quite a bit more in width here. So, as compared to the old one, it's just meh. This one's huge. It's the Corsair 750D, if you guys are wondering what PC case this is. And it is a beautiful case. Let's start this build, baby. Okay, here's the manual that came with it. I'm just gonna read through it real quick, just to see if there's anything that came with it that I need. Smart idea. That is a smart idea. I want to guess that these are all the screws that I'll need. Please be all the screws that I'll need. Yes, sir. They were in a hard drive bay in the box. That is a very crafty and nifty idea, if I do say so for myself. So wow, we've got... This is funny. This is crazy, man. So we've got, how many places are there that I can mount dang hard drives in? I can mount six down here, 4 up here, 3 up here, 3 or 4 up here. That's ridiculous, holy crap. Huge freaking case fan, holy crap. Okay, go ahead and start with the motherboard now. Motherboard and RAM is what I like to do first. Or maybe not the RAM, but at least motherboard, CPU, and RAM. Those are the first 3 things that I like to do for the most part. So we got the Asus ROG Z370 motherboard right here, black and red, which is what we wanted. Wow, that thing is beautiful. Holy crap. This thing looks amazing. Wow, look at that. You can't really see inside of it very well, but we'll see it better in a second when I take it out. Alright, so now we got a bunch of goodies in here. Got the IO shield right here, and all this other stuff over here, all these, the booklets and stuff. Beautiful freaking booklet. So first stop, I might as well just go ahead and install the IO shield first, because that's, for some reason everybody forgets to install the IO shield, and I have no idea why, because it's like the first thing that you should do in building a PC. But yeah, it is. So what I'm gonna do is take out this case fan right here before doing any other things, because I'm going to want more room to work with, and I'll probably be doing the case fans last. IO shield is in and seated good. Finally, worked up a sweat trying to do that. Okay, next step, go ahead and take this out of the motherboard package here. How many USBs do we got? We've got 6 USBs. Beautiful, beautiful. look at that. That is a beautiful freaking motherboard right there. What should we do next? I could do the RAM first, or I could do the CPU. So I'll probably end up doing the CPU, because that's the main thing. Let's see, I'm just gonna go to the manual. Obviously, that's what you wanna use. All the pins look beautiful on the motherboard, on the CPU spot. So let's go ahead and open the 8700K 6-core processor. With the CPU, the only real important booklets are the motherboard one and the case one, because that shows you the specific types of screws and such. 8700K. Boom, baby. Little dot on the motherboard. That will line up with your CPU. So all you have to do is drop the CPU down into where it's supposed to go. Pins on the back look beautiful. So the arrows lined up to the dot. Should just fit on in nice and easily. CPU is on there and installed and is secure. Okay, that's good. CPU installation is done. I'm gonna save this because I can put the other processor in it. So it says the recommended memory configurations are B2 and A2. However, I think I'm gonna go ahead and do A1 and B1. It doesn't really matter how you install it. Sometimes it'll throw you an error on the motherboard. Like, where's the red LED light that would come on? So it would be under DRAM, it would come on. So if the yellow light comes on under DRAM, just swap the memory and put it where it won't come on. This is the Corsair Vengeance, 32 gigs of 3000 megahertz DDR4 RAM, and it's LED, so I've got 2 sticks. So if I do want to upgrade to 64 gigabytes in the future, that is definitely something I could do. So we're running it in the first and third slots. However, I'm not sure if that is what we want, but we'll see when we power it up. It will throw us, like I said, you'll be able to see on the LED light on the side. If it's in the wrong spot, it should be pretty easy to tell. So, yeah. Right now, I think I'm gonna switch gears and put the power supply in. I might as well while this motherboard is out. I'll go ahead and throw the power supply on the, what was I gonna say? Or mount it down here first, so. I think I might take one of these hard drive bays out, because I really do not need that many bays. Okay, so we've got the motherboard with the RAM, the CPU in, and we'll leave it like this for right now. Took out one of the hard drive bays. That way we have more room to work with, even though we have a lot of room. Just the maximum amount of room that we can have. I wish I had an overhead camera that you guys could see me doing this, but unfortunately I only have one camera. Sorry, the camera keeps cutting out. It cuts out at around 24 minutes. That's just the way the camera works. So, and let's see, got the power supply out of that wrap. It all comes beautifully packaged by EVGA. Power supply, G3 Supernova, 850 watts. Beautiful power supply, fully modular, which means there's no cables connected to it from the beginning, or if there are, it's like one and it's necessary. So no, and I don't even think there is, because I can already feel the power supply comes in this packed really nicely, actually. Let's take this out here. This is probably one of the best power supplies that you can get. It literally tells you exactly what plugs go into what. Like that, and boom, you got the back of it. So it actually gets mounted like this, which is funny enough, because that means the lettering is upside down. Obviously this is a thing that other builders know, but the new people who have not built in PCs before may not know that that is an actual thing. Mounted down in here, and now there's no cables that you have to worry about once it's mounted in here. You just plug everything in now. And the reason why I took this hard drive bay out is to make it much easier to plug in cables. So I'll put the hard drive bay back after if necessary. And look at this, they even give you holes right here next to where the power supply mounts to run your cables through. So literally 0% of your cable should be showing. Well, 0 is understatement, but, or overstatement, maybe I used that word wrong, I don't know. You know what, I might as well install the motherboard to the backing of the case. I'm just gonna pick the camera up and show you guys. We got the motherboard mounted on in there. Looks pretty darn good, if I do say so myself. Power supply, motherboard, and CPU and RAM there. See, the thing with the RAM is it might be in the second and fourth one. I'm not 100% sure on that part, but because it's been different for certain builds and stuff like that. But yeah, I will, when we power it up in the BIOS, we'll be able to see what the deal is with that. So I know you're not going to be able to really see me installing the CPU cooler that well because I can't get a good angle on it, but yeah, I'll show you guys once it's finished here. I can show you at least how to set it up. So this is actually a cooler I have never done before. I've only worked with Corsair coolers so far. On all the builds I've done has been Corsair coolers. Have not done a NZXT one yet, but let's go ahead and see what they're about. I'm excited because this one actually does have LED on it, so I can make it that black and red theme that I want. Black, red, and gray is what we're going for. Obviously, every PC in the world does that. But yeah, here is the radiator and the cooling arm. Okay, pre-applied thermal paste, beautiful. Connect all cables before turning on. Wouldn't have thought of that. So this looks like it's Intel versus AMD. Is this all is AMD maybe? I don't know. What is this? These are some fans it looks like that we will probably not be using. Okay, so my camera died, so I had to charge the battery and worked a little bit on it off camera. So what we got right now is the CPU cooler on it. I moved the RAM over because the CPU fans were a little bit fouling on the first DIMM slot there. So we've got the power plugged in for the CPU cooler running through the back, all the way out to the sides here and plugged in up there. And then also I've connected all these the front IO connectors and some case fans. Everything's plugged in right now minus the hard drive, power supply, motherboard. Everything that's connected to the power supply is not plugged in, and I mounted the SSD right here. So everything is looking pretty good so far. So now all we've got left to do is install the graphics card, and we're pretty much straight shot from there. All right, we've got a new camera angle here, guys. It is time to open up the best part of the computer. The GeForce GTX 1080 Ti by MSI with, I believe it's 11 gigabytes of whatever you call it. 11 gigabytes of GDDR5X RAM. So, let's do this. Looks so beautiful. Hopefully you guys can see me okay. This camera angle's kind of bad, but oh, we gotta pull it out. That box is just gonna open up nice and easy. Let's see. Can't see it yet. Can't see it yet. Can you guys see it? Let me aim the camera more down so you guys can see the box, because that's more interesting than my face right now. Oof. Oh, there's things in the way. I'm gonna move them. Beautiful. It's so freaking beautiful. All right, let's put this stuff right here. What is this? Oh, this is a nice special black and red cable to plug it in. All right, all right. Let's take this baby out of here. I'm gonna go down there. Oof. This thing is huge. Holy crap. That's insane. I've never had a graphics card of this caliber before, so excuse the nerdiness. me. This is not a cheap card at all. This thing is super crazy. Look at that. Holy. Let me set this down here and we'll go ahead and switch the camera angle around so we can set you up to see the PC again. I don't know if I mentioned before, but this camera actually died, so that's why I unfortunately had to stop recording and work off camera. But now we're ready to install the graphics card. Well, almost ready. We need to take some things off here. Where's my screwdriver? Card is now secured in place. And now we are going to install the Elgato. Just throw it in this PCIe slot there, on top of it, and it should be good to go. Going to install the other fan, I think, and then we'll do some power supply. So I've got this white fan here that came free with the case, so I might as well just use that to brighten it up a little bit. Should be easy enough. I installed the two red fans on top, so that's what's up there. And this is just a white fan here, so it shouldn't look bad at all. It should look pretty good with it. Not installing any light strips anywhere, so I'm hoping it'll be bright enough to be able to see inside pretty well. All right, connecting the cables now. I just plugged in the motherboard cable, so that's done. Next, we need to plug in the CPU cable. Gotta find it in here. Alright, everything is plugged in. The power supply is plugged in. Everything plugged in minus the hard drive, so it's not going to boot into Windows. I want it to boot into the BIOS. So, it's plugged in. Let's hit the power button and see if it turns on. That's the power button. Okay, well, it's not turning on. Okay guys, so I know the last clip you guys saw was it not turning on. And I think that's the last clip you just saw because my camera died and I recorded a little bit with my phone and then I had to go to work. So there was just a few things that I couldn't finish. And so I think the last thing you saw was me clicking the button and it not turning on at all. Now this is actually the next day, not the same day as I recorded the last little bit. It's the next day. And the reason why it wouldn't turn on, and I didn't change any of the wiring, like I did play around with it, but I ultimately put it back into where it was, is all I had to do was plug it right into the wall. I don't know why that made it work, but instead of, I had this power strip because it wouldn't reach the wall, so I plugged it into the wall, hit the power, or turn the power supply on, hit the power button, and it turned right on like nothing. There's no problems with it. There's an orange light down there, and you'll see it when I turn it on, but that doesn't mean anything. It's the standby power LED light, which means the motherboard has power. That light's always gonna be on. So I figured out what that meant finally. I didn't know what that light meant. But yeah, so the build is done. Pretty much. I even did the wire management back here. It's decent. I did it in about 30 to 45 minutes, so I'll show you guys. All I have left to do now is put the front case and back part of the case on. I'm going to clean the case front a little bit. It's got some fingerprints and stuff. And also I need to clone my Windows from my hard drive and put it onto the SSD. So I'll do that later and you guys will see it. But now let's turn the PC on. So it's already plugged in. Let's flip up the power supply. So now that orange light has come on down there. I think, did you guys see it come on? I don't know if you saw it come on, but let's turn it on. Oof. Oh boy, I love this thing. It's so nice, dude. I'm so happy with how it turned out. And I know the lighting, it's not super great to see because this room is full of light everywhere. So you can't really see it in the dark. But maybe that helps. Maybe you can see it a little bit better. But yeah, so we've got that white LED fan right here, two red LED fans right there. The RAM lights up red, the NZXT logo lights up white for now. I'm gonna go clone Windows now so I can actually put this in my setup. Alright guys, I have finished absolutely everything that I've needed to with this PC. I cloned Windows 10 to put it on the SSD, and now it boots from the SSD, which is perfect. So now the only thing left to do, and it's only connected to the middle monitor right now, so when I turn it on you guys will only see the middle monitor, is take off this last piece right here of the case to see the beautiful inside. Oh my goodness, it is so beautiful. All right, let's see here. I'm gonna turn it on. Ooh, that looks good. Oh, that looks beautiful. Wait for the NZXT thing to light up. I think you could see it plenty good. I may put some LED lights in there in the future, but for now it looks pretty darn good. See, it's already booted up off the SSD already, so that's all I've got for you guys today. Make sure to leave a like on this PC build video and subscribe if you are new and you like what you see. That's all I've got for you guys. Follow me on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram, and that's it. Have a wonderful day, and peace out, everybody.